y'all, it's Talia Janae, and welcome back to the Licensed Yapper podcast. What's good, Yappers? What's up? Guys, I've missed y'all. I had to say, I took my very first week off of filming last week. The reason why I took a week off is because I was on a trip for the longest time. I was on a trip from last Thursday to Monday. And Monday is when I usually post, and Friday or Saturday is when I usually film. I didn't have time to film because I left on a Thursday. I didn't have an opportunity to film last week, so I just decided to take my first week off. I filmed 11 podcasts going back to back to back, and I never stopped. And I felt like, you know what? After you hit a milestone like 10, which doesn't is not that big of a milestone, once you hit a milestone like that, like why not take a little break? And it wasn't a break because I wanted one or felt like I needed one. It was one because I, wanted to go out and experience a little bit of life, have a little vacation time. And I have come back with so many stories, and I want my girls on the podcast soon so badly. Like I'm literally about to buy two more mics, soundboard, because I need them to be on this podcast because God has really blessed me with some really cool people in my life recently, and I had an amazing trip. So we're gonna go back and kind of make our way forward, and then I kind of have something that I want to say at the end that's gonna tie in everything. And then of course we're gonna do a reality recap towards the end. But let me tell you guys about my week. It's been insane. Last Thursday, me and some of my friends, Tiana, John, and Bree, if y'all were watching, hey, what's good? And we decided to go on a beach trip. We went to Miramar Beach, which is in Florida, kind of by Seaside, if you know where that is. Destin a little bit. That's where we went for a little vacation, a little beach trip. I am not a big beach. I'm not a big beach trip goer. I think the beach is pretty. I think it's relaxing, but it's not really my vibe of a trip. I like to do excursions. I like to go in the city. That's more my vibe. But it was so fantastic. And what's crazy is, so I recently probably met these girls in the beginning of January. Not even gonna lie. Like I want them to be here to tell the story and like really go in depth. But I'm gonna do a little fast little recap. So Tiana, which is funny enough, me and Tiana went to high school together, but Tiana was 2 years younger than me, so she's about my brother's age, and like there was no reason for me to be talking to anybody. Like I'm a junior, she's a freshman, you know what I mean? Like we just didn't talk. But what's funny is Tiana did theater with my sister. They had class together, and my sister's a year older than me, so my sister was a junior, and that's how she met my sister. And I started working for her parents about a year ago at her parents' business, and me and Tiana were in the same spaces, but we didn't really become friends until I want to say like November of last year. I think was when we really actually became friends, and then the beginning of this year we like really became friends. And Jean, which is crazy, Jean started going to the gym that I work at about a year ago, and we didn't speak to each other. We didn't speak to each other. We didn't talk. Like it was like a hey, welcome in kind of thing every single day. But saw her every single day. Didn't know that what a year and so some change later we'd be friends going on vacations together. Crazy. And Bree, we met through Tiana from going to church with them, and uh, Bree is a time. That girl gave me life. So it's crazy that like I met these people or I've known these people for a little bit, and like now we're getting close. It's crazy how like God works and like God puts people in your life. Like I think it's crazy that like I was seeing Jean like every single day, every morning, not speaking to each other, and like God knew. We didn't know at the time, but God knew that like in a year and a half or so, we were going to be really close and like build a relationship together and build that friendship together. Crazy. It's insane. Which is why I need to have the girls on. But so on Thursday we left for the beach, and it's about a 4 hour drive to Miramar, so we drove there and we had a blast. Just listening to music, talking about boys, life, it having a good friend group or a good group of friends, a good group of girls specifically, just to chat to is the best. And what's crazy is I love my friends, right? I have like I would say like my friend group of girls that I've had for a long time. I've talked about them so often. Vic, Ashley, Elise. My girly pops, I like them. They're like my people. I love them. They're like my comfort zone. Like we talk to them about absolutely anything. And I was so comfortable with only having that group of friends and like having a little bit of friends outside of that. Those are my people. Those are my girls. If I was getting lunch, that's where I was going. If my mom called me, she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Oh, I'm at lunch. She probably thought, "Oh, she's either with Ashley, Vic, or Elise," which is pretty accurate. And I never, I just was comfortable with my friend group, and I wasn't really interested in like making new friends really, or that wasn't a priority in my life. If I made new friends, great. If I didn't, cool. Like I really didn't care to, because I feel like I found my people, and that was great. But I think my perspective has so changed on that because of these new friends that I've been blessed with. Can't, I just couldn't imagine me not being friends with them now. Like, I think it's important to be open to people because like I said before, I was a very much like, I like my people, these are my people, I don't really, am not interested in making any new friends type of person. And then now I'm looking back and I'm like, I could not see myself being friends with them. And we got close super fast too. Crazy fast, which is insane. Just like really thinking about how much time we've actually spent together, which is like this much time, but it feels like I've known them forever. It's crazy. So be open to those friendships because you never know what's gonna come out of that. Like you just never know. And like it's just crazy how God works and God will put people in your life and nothing, and you don't even think anything of it, and then you look on the outside and you're like, whoa, like that's crazy. Anyways, I'll circle back to that in a bit. But we were from Thursday to Monday. We had so much fun just like being girls together, and it was probably I think one of my very first like real girls trips. Um, and there's just so many things about them that I think is so funny because we're all the same but very different at the same time. And like I didn't realize like how much of a like I am a very outgoing person. That's just kind of my energy. But I feel like I always know that I thrive in an environment when I'm around people who are those that exact kind of people. That is when my personality is like times 20. And I love Talia times 20. She's so much fun. She's a great time. She's a blast. And when I'm around people that get me to that point and are also on that point with me, it's the best. And there's so many laughs from that trip that started the second we got in the car till the second we got out of the car to leave the trip to say bye. Like, so I'm just gonna tell you guys about some of my favorites, my favorite memories. So one of the nights, I think it was Saturday night, we were like, let's like see the town, go out, like let's have some fun, like let's do something. So we went to dinner beforehand, which is cute, cute little girls' dinner. But then we were like, okay, let's like go out, see like where like the hot spots are here. Like, what do they do? What do the kiddos do over here? What do the youngins do? So we found this place called the Village. It's like a restaurant, bar type situation, but then they have like a dance club in the back or something. We pull up to this bar. Oh, also we saw that they do karaoke, so we were like, bet. We love karaoke, we wanted to do karaoke. That was really what the thing was. It was like, we want to go to karaoke, like let's go out and see what places have karaoke. So we find the village and we pull up, it's dead. Dead inside. It's a nice place. Like it's a good like space. There's a DJ on like this high rise. Like so it's a nice place, but it's dead. There's like two people in there and we pull up and we're like, oh, this is this is not what we thought the vibe would be. So I remember we turned around and we were like, okay, let's go somewhere else. We passed by this place that had karaoke, so we pull up to to this other place. We do karaoke. We sing fancy together. And okay, so before I say that, but so we pull up to this place to do karaoke. We walk in. There's a good bit of people in there. They're all kind of singing like like more slower vibe songs. And these two girls that are like around our age go up and they start singing Love Song by Taylor Swift. And we're just those girls that we support girly pops. We just do. So they're up there, nobody's cheering them on. So we decided to sing along, we're cheering, we're, getting the crowd hype. This is what I love about these girls. Everywhere we go, we're getting the party started. You can't, it's without failure. So they're singing and we're cheering them on and we're so excited for them. And then we're up next. And we decided to sing Fancy by Iggy Azalea featuring Charlie XCX. And we smashed it. We smashed it. We got the party started. We got everybody into it. You know what I mean? The vibes were up there. And we left there and we were like, okay, let's go back to see what the village got going on. Maybe they're like popping now. This guy walks out of the door and we're like, hey, like when does this place get like busy? Like when does it get kind of, you know, full? And he's like, oh, about this time, like about this time it usually gets kind of busy. So we go in and there's about like 25 people in here. 20, I'm being generous, probably like 20, probably 15 to 25 people in there. Not a lot. Not a lot at all. And it's a big spot. Like there's space downstairs and like there's space upstairs too, but upstairs was kind of closed because it just wasn't busy. But I'm the type of girl and I'm with these girls that we all have the energy of the vibe of we're gonna have a good time regardless. Yeah, there's less than 20 people in this building, but we're gonna have a blast. So we pull up and we are listening. We're on the dance floor. We're singing every song, dancing to every song, having a blast. We're telling the DJ to play the most ratchet Louisiana type music you can think of. I'm talking about bounce music. We're telling them to play Boosie. We're telling them to play Kevin Gates. We're telling them to play the most Baton Rouge type of music. It'd be a young boy out in Baton Rouge, just Baton Rouge music. Like if you're from or if you've ever visited Baton Rouge, Louisiana, you know what I'm talking about. Just real hood, ghetto, Baton Rouge, Louisiana music. And we're requesting all these songs. And at first the DJ's kind of like not really paying us any mind, not really paying us any attention. But then he realizes how much fun we're having, and we're basically making this. And we're on the floor dancing. We're getting other people on the floor to dance with us. Like we're turning this place up. So, but keep in mind, anytime we ask to play our music, like our BR, like Baton Rouge music, the people go sit down. Some people go sit down. They're like, and they're just watching these four girls on the dance floor give it our all. We're singing to our mind. We're yelling, "We're Baton Rouge, Baton Rouge!" Like we're literally having a ball. And keep in mind, this is us, no alcohol in the system. Sober. Sober. None of us really drink like that anyways. Well, Bree likes to have fun, but none of us really are that big of like drinkers either. Like one, probably not really. So we're sober acting like this. Going pure hard on the dance floor. And but the people, they don't know the songs, like they don't know Boosie. They don't know Boosie. But they're watching us have a ball and then they start having a ball with us. So this older white couple, I just remember this old white couple, they come walk up on the dance floor and they're dancing. He's popping, locking y'all, like really giving it, like popping and locking it all. And I'm like, oh, this man could have got me back in the day, man. He was just popping and locking. And they start dancing with us, and then they play It's Tricky by Run DMC, and he wants to rap battle me. And little does he know that this little 23-year-old girly pop knows a little thing about some Run DMC. So we're like rap battling towards each other, having a ball. Okay? Having a ball. And it just made me happy because all people of all ages can just thrive. They were from Mississippi, like Mississippi, Louisiana, you know what I mean? So we're like, yes, more Southerners. And we're having rap battles. He's dance battling my girl Tiana. Like we're literally having a blast. It's hot in this building. We're hot. We're sweating. We're having a fantastic time. They go sit down. Time passes. They go sit down. I walk up to like grab some water. And he stops me and they go, y'all were really giving us so much. They stop me while I'm going to get water and they tell me, they're like, you and your friends are so much fun. Like, y'all gave us so much life. We're having so much fun watching y'all. Like, and that just put a smile on my face. And I went down to the girls and I was like, guys, I love this. And that probably happened. We were probably there for like an hour, 2 hours. Not even, no, we were there for like 2 hours, I think. Just tearing up the dance floor, having a ball. I do a cartwheel into a split. The crowd goes wild. But we are just having fantastic time. The DJ starts dropping off on us. He realizes we're the only people that's going to get this party started. He's having a blast. Time moves on. We leave. The DJ literally waves at us by, and it was just we were like looking at each other like, are we the party starters? Like, are we those girls? Are we really those girls? And we looked at each other and we said, yeah, we are. We are. We really have that much fun together. And that was like the basis of the trip the entire time. We just had so much fun together. And again, it's girls that I literally just met like 6 months ago, not even like girls I don't even fully know that much about. But the thing is, I love about these girls is it feels like I do know a lot about them. We go deep, bro. We have deep conversations, and y'all know I'm a deep thinker. I'm a deep talker. I like to have deep intellectual conversations, and with these girls, I get to have that. So it's good to have the mixture of like having that, we get to sit down and actually like care and talk about each other's emotions, but also have fun and be so much fun together. And anywhere we go, we're having a ball. I have so many videos of like us just singing and dancing anywhere and everywhere and just having a ball. So that was like one of the best vacations I was on for a long time. Like I haven't been on something that fun before. And they have my heart. Like, I love those girls down. And literally, so we get home Monday. 2 months ago, back in March, before we really even knew each other like that, we bought tickets to go see Don Tolliver together in Houston. I think it was the first show of his tour, and we planned that 2 months ago. We planned that 2 months ago, and then had a beach trip, and we were like, well, we're going back outside together, because we came home on Monday, and the concert was on Thursday. So we're like, hey, we're going back outside together. We're gonna go spend some more time together. So we went to Houston. We stayed in Houston Wednesday night, and then all day Thursday, and then had the concert, and then drove home Friday morning, like right after the concert, drove right back to Louisiana. And that Houston trip, the ball, I had a blast. I had a blast. Okay, so we get there on Wednesday night, probably around 9:50. We had dinner reservations for 10:30 because we were like, let's grab dinner. Why not? So we got to the hotel, changed, got dinner, and it was so cute because our friend Bree was graduating Friday morning at 8 o'clock from getting her master's at LSU. So it was kind of like a celebratory time. And because we were like also celebrating Bree, we were like, all right, after dinner, let's go like scope the town, see what's going on, like see what the vibe is around here. So we pull up. So we're like asking the waiters, like, hey, is there anywhere that you guys recommend or whatever? We try to like see what the vibe is, different places. We pull up to this place called Dean's. Dean's. Okay, we pull up. It's a cute place. Houston just has things that Baton Rouge just doesn't have. Like, Baton Rouge is a cool city, but we don't have a lot of like things here. And when we do get cool things, they go out of business in like less than a year because people just don't like new things. It's crazy. People in Baton Rouge beg for new things, and when we get new things, they don't go and support the business. It's insane. So we pull up to this place called Dean's. The second we walk in, to the left, we all peep the karaoke machine. I turn to the girls and I say, y'all, it's probably about to have a time. A karaoke machine hates to see me and my girls. So we pull in and we're like, it's a real cute spot. We take pictures or whatever. We're like, you know what? And then we meet these two people and then we meet these two cool people, Dejan and Blue. Hey, Dejan and Blue. They're not watching this, but we pull up, we meet these two fun people, and we start doing karaoke with them. We sing 5 songs. Five. Five. We were taking over. We put this place on the map. This place was a chill vibe when we came in. The karaoke songs, again, real slow. No upbeat songs. Nobody's playing not a single upbeat song the entire time we were there, just like chilling. And I said, girls, I think it's time for karaoke. And we go and we do 679 by Fetty Wap. We do How to Love by Lil Wayne. We do Wipe Me Down by Boosie. I think the girls did a little country song with Dejan, and then we did something else. I don't we did, and then we also did Fancy because that's just our go-to at this point. And y'all, again, the people love us. The people love us. We're having a ball. We're having a great time. These two cool people that we met, Dejan and Blue, like we're talking to them. They're from Louisiana. They're from Lafayette. They're from New Iberia. So we're just meeting all these people that are from Baton Rouge that are now live in Houston, and we're just having a fantastic time. That when we're leaving, the bouncer loved us. The DJ man, we leave the bar because we needed to go to bed. Whatever. Bree had a good time. So we're leaving this place, and the DJ comes running behind, running, and he's like, "Where are you guys going? Where are y'all going?" And we're like, "Oh my gosh, everywhere we go, the people love us." And and he's like, "Where are y'all going? Like, don't leave, don't leave." And we're like, "Yeah, we gotta take her home." And he's like, y'all, please, please, please come back. He gave us hugs. He blew kisses at us. He was like, please come back. Like, y'all were such a time to have. And again, and we were, again, just being around people who exude like positive energy. I like to be a person that when people see me or when people think about me, they think like, oh, Clay's a good time. Like Clay likes to have fun. She's funny. You know what I mean? And I'm around people that that's what I say about them. Like that's what they are to me. They're just fun people who love life and who just want to have a blast and just want to have a ball and don't care who's watching. We don't care if anybody's sitting and judging us. We're just having a good time together. Again, with girls that I just met, bro, that's the crazy part. Like, and I'm not a real big, like, why? Those are mean. And trust me, I am one of the most, like, I support all women's wrongs and rights. I think women are amazing. I think women are amazing. I think that we're beautiful. We deserve the world. But we're mean. We are mean to each other. We say rude things to each other. We give each other nasty looks. We're not nice. We're just not. Like, that's just the bulk of it. Like, seeing a big group of friends that are girls and you being alone, it's very intimidating. Like, we're rude. We just are. We're mean girls. And being around, so I just don't vibe with a lot of women. And when, and finding girls and finding women that are authentically themselves, are loving, are caring, that have fun, are not judge we don't judge anybody. They're not judgmental. We love Jesus. We just being around girls like that and who think like you too, who are business owners, want to have their own business, or they don't need a man for anything. They're doing their own thing. They're career driven. Being around girls like that is so refreshing, and that's exactly what these group of women are. And I love and adore them so much, and we had a blast. And I didn't think I would meet people like them. Like I'm just so happy that I have them in my life. And then on Thursday, the Don Toliver concert, and we had an absolute blast. We also met these two dudes while we were walking up to the Toyota Center, and one of them was from Louisiana and had family that Bree knew, and cousins and what it was crazy how we just keep meeting people that we know or there's some ties to each other. It's crazy, but we had a ball that time and we drove back to Louisiana like at 11 when the concert ended and got home around 4 o'clock. But like that weekend, I haven't had that much fun in a long, long time, and I'm so happy that I have these girls in my life, and we're planning so many trips. Like we're planning to go to Nashville in July. We're planning on going to Australia, either for like Thanksgiving or for New Year's. Like, and you know you know what's crazy? We're going to go. We're gonna go. I'm really blessed about all this. And what's crazy is these are the same girls I go to church with too. So it's like we not only do we have deep conversations, we have fun with each other. We also push each other to have a relationship with God and to have that relationship with Jesus and to build that relationship with Jesus. And we're so open with talking about it with each other. It's never nerve wracking. We're very open with each other. We share each other's fears and our faiths, positives in our faiths, and especially the negatives. And to be able to lean on them in that way too, God knew what He was doing when He put them in my life. I go to church with them every Sunday. Like they are people that I definitely feel like it's still early in the friendship to say that because again, female friendships for me, I have a lot of history with. Did you guys know? But these are definitely women that I know are going to be in my life for a long time or even forever. You know what I mean? Like, I just vibe with these people so much and we have so much fun together. Everywhere we go, even driving in the car for 4 hours, we had a blast. Like, I really had a blast this weekend and I just never, I almost felt like myself. Like, I didn't feel like I need to put on for anybody or like fake anything. I was Talia to a T. And to also and not to say that I'm in a space where like I want to be accepted by people because if you don't accept me that's fine. I love and I know who I am. But to be around people who see you, that don't judge you, that accept you for who you are, for all your weirdness or whatever, that's also refreshing and it's a blast and I've had a blast. So If y'all are listening, love y'all down. I love y'all down, and I can't wait to our next trip. And I think it's important. And I think like this weekend really made me realize it's important to build that community, to build your community of whatever that is. And to not be afraid to reach out of your comfort zone. Like my girly pops that have always been my girls that I feel like are my comfort zone. Um, I didn't think I needed friends outside of that. I didn't think I wanted to do that. I just didn't think that's something I wanted. And I opened myself up because I can be a little standoffish sometimes. Most of the time. All the time. And to see myself open up to new people was crazy to me. I got really, really close. We shared some really deep things with each other, like things that a lot of people don't know about me. I shared with these girls, and then we just had emotional moments together. And that's very new for me because I don't like crying in front of people. I don't really like to get like that deep with people I just meet. But to feel that comfortable around people, that's when I know that these were friendships that God put in my life. He put these friendships in my life for a reason. Um, and I'm very open, and I didn't think I'd be this open to it, but I'm having a ball. I'm having a blast. I feel like myself, and to be around women who are also confident. Oh, it's a breath of fresh air. I love when we talk about like us being strong, independent women, wanting things for our lives, having this drive for life, having accomplishments that we want to accomplish for ourselves. Being around women that have that same mindset, have that same drive and mentality is so refreshing. And I think that's why I like hanging out with them the most because even though like being in a relationship is part of life and being in men is a part of life. And of course we talk about guys because we like to talk about men, like who like, guys talk about girls, women talk about men. And just to hear their perspectives on relationships, the things they've gone through, their experiences in relationships, their experiences with men, voicing my own. I think it's very interesting to hear how they take on things, how they go through things, how they go through relationships, their opinions, how they would do things, how they're different from how I would do things, or how they would do things that are so similar to how I would do things. It's 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 a very blended group. And I think as you get older, it's important to find that community of people that are your people, to have those people in your lives where you feel you can talk and tell about anything. And I think don't be afraid of opening up to new people. Like you don't really know who people are. We always look at a person and we might have a couple conversations with them and we'll judge them. We do. We're people, we judge. It's just something we all do, whether we like it or not, whether we're all working on it or not, that's what we do. But you never really know a person unless you talk to them and have those real conversations with them. And um it's just been really refreshing to find women who want or see from my perspective, and not even 100% from my perspective, but just having women who have this urge for life and want better for themselves and want so much more. And I just know we're all going to be successful. And I just hope that we're all still friends in the future. And I love those girls down, and I had a absolute blast. Like the most fun I had in a long, long, long time. I don't want surface level friendships. I don't want that. I don't see the point in it. I don't see, and that's just who I am. I don't I hate stupid like basic surface level conversations. And when I can get that deep with the person, that's when I know that that person's gonna be in my life for a while. Like I don't want just friends. Like I know a lot of people in college, like especially when you're in college, you have friends that like are your friends and the friends that you party with. Like which is fine. You can have both, but I don't want that. I want friends with meetings. I want to be able to do both with my friends. You know what I mean? I want to be able to go to the beach and have a ball with my friends, and then on Sunday we go to church together, and then we might hit up a karaoke joint. Like that's what I want. I want friends that are very um, what's the word? Well faceted. Is that a real word? Like there's something a word like that? Like they're all around type of friend. Um, and we love it, and I love them so much. And I think that's really made me think about friendships a lot differently and realize that like the friendships that I probably had in the past were not as deep or weren't as deep as what I thought they were. This is what real friendship is. This is what girlhood is, you know? Um, my girls Vic, Elise, and Ashley, that's real friendship. My friends John, Tiana, and Bree, those are real friendships. Those are the type of friendships that I, those are the kind of friendships that I think I always wanted to have when I was younger, when I was a teenager. I found that, I now have it, and I feel very blessed to have that. Because again, girls are mean, and it's hard to make friends, especially when you're older. It's hard to make friends when you're younger, but it's really great hard to make friends when you're older too, because people at that time have their friendship, have their friend groups, and don't want to change it, don't like to mix it up. So it's like, I don't know why bother. But when you do, you see the importance of it, of what it is and what's to have, and having people support you. I love them. I love them so much. Even my friend Julia, bro. And what's crazy is you can have different values of friendships. Like my friend Julia. Julia is my girl, and she knows she's my girl forever and ever. I don't get to see Julia as often as I want to, as but when we see each other, it feels like we pick up right where we left off. And having those friendships are important too, because you'll have those people in your life. That's just adulting. We don't get to see each other as much as we often want to, but to be with people like Julia, I'm very comfortable around. I can talk to and tell Julia about absolutely anything, and I know she won't judge me, and I won't judge her. And I don't get to see her as much as I want to, but when I'm with her, we have so much fun together, and it just feels like back when we were kids in high school. You know what I mean? And having that is amazing. And all those girls and women in my life, I'll shout y'all all out again. I'm gonna give all you guys a shout out again. Julia, John, Tiana, Bree, Elise, Ashley, my girl Vic, Vic, Vic. I love y'all so much, and I don't know where my life would be without y'all. And having real friendships, at a ripe age of 23, having real, honest friendships is something I've always wanted. And I didn't know what it would look like for me. And you guys are exactly that. Y'all are real women. Y'all are real top tier, some of the best women I've ever met. And I love y'all down. So this is a little message to my girls. I love y'all down. But yeah, that was my weekend. It was even crazier. I'm gonna get the girls on the podcast. I'm gonna have to get the girls on the podcast if we can go a little bit deeper and dive a little deeper and talk about so many other the things we talk about in the 4 hour car rides. That's what we're gonna talk about here. So I can't wait to have them on. But moving on to our reality recap, y'all. The Bravo Universe Summer House. What's been going? I'm stressed just thinking about it, but we're about to break this down. So starting with last week's episode, it started again with the table fight that Lindsay 100% started for no reason. She was really picking and plucking, and it erupted. But I want to talk about Kyle's reaction. Because yes, Carl even said it. Kyle has screamed and yelled at so many dinners. How many dinners has Kyle ruined? I don't know. But for this one, I 100% am Team Kyle. I have to be. Kyle is always, always, always the butt of the joke. Whether it was funny last season or 2 seasons ago, it's not funny anymore. Especially with this whole situation with Amanda and West and Sierra, it's not funny anymore. And this is we're watching a man who his life to him is falling apart. His career is falling apart. His business is falling apart. His relationship, his marriage is falling apart. And he's sitting across from a woman who's supposed to be his wife, laugh and smirk in his face and have his friends judge him very harshly. And she doesn't say it or do anything, doesn't stand up for him. We're seeing a man lose his mind. And I sympathize with him 1,000,000%. Kyle is looking, urging, wanting Amanda to just stand up for him, and she can't do it. Amanda loved watching everybody dog on Kyle, loved it. And when I knew that, when I really felt bad for Kyle was when he was speaking to himself, and he was just like, she doesn't like me, and she wants to get out of this, but she's too scared to do it. And you know what? Hearing him say that, hearing him have that conversation with himself, I felt so bad for him in that moment. Because let's be so for real, guys. Kyle isn't a good husband, but Amanda wasn't a good wife either. Amanda wasn't a good wife to have Kyle be a good husband to her. Does that make sense? Like Kyle should not be calling her out of her name, should not be disrespecting her in front of everybody. But Amanda's not innocent either. Amanda's not a good wife. Amanda doesn't stand up for Kyle. Amanda lets her friends dog on Kyle, and she sits there and grins and laughs. And when he blows up and says "f you" to her, she wants to be consoled. But I felt really bad for him in that moment. And I think we're just watching a man who has who has hit his wits end with this group, and he's done. He's done, and I felt so bad for him in that moment. And like also Amanda and West in that moment. Did y'all see how fast West got up out of his seat and moved his chair to go comfort Amanda? That was insane. That was insane. The hug in the hallway, that long hug in the hallway, when Amanda ran out to calm Kyle down and see a West literally hug her from the back and like put his head all over her face and kiss her forehead. We're doing a lot here. And somehow they're a very like physical group of friends. They cuddle in bed together. They're a very physical group of friends, but there's a boundary, and West 100% crossed that boundary. The long hugs, the kisses on the cheeks, the groping of the arm and the waist. You're doing a lot, bud. And you're not a friend. I would never touch my friend's boyfriend like that, or her, let alone her husband. Okay? And I think West got way too comfortable, and I think West 100% knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. I mean, we just had that clip, that sneak peek that came out of the reunion of them basically saying that West had a relationship that entire summer. He had a relationship that entire summer, a secret girlfriend where he's hugging up and touching on Amanda, hugging up and touching on Sierra, making the fans think that he's going to get back with Sierra. In the upcoming teaser for the next episode, he kisses Sierra, and he's in a secret relationship. This man is relentless. This is another level of men. Like Tom Sandoval was bad. He was bad. But West is bad too, because West pretends to be the good guy. West pretends to be the good man who knows women, who supports women in his team, but he fronts in front of us a lot. But he's doing, but behind the scenes he's a dog. He is a straight up dog, bro. And I just can't. I couldn't. I was such a West fan, and seeing how he's been moving in secret, and now that it's coming out, and seeing how he's moving on screen, it's blowing my mind. And I'm watching Sierra, and guys, ugh, I just know when Sierra's watching these episodes, she's so upset with herself. Because we're watching a woman who said in the last episode that she loved and missed this person. Okay? Someone that she loved. Ignore her, act like he really doesn't like her, flirts with her, but then goes behind the scenes in his interviews and is like, meh, meh, like not really giving it a lot of energy, feeding her whatever he wants because he wants the good boy edit. He wants the good edit. He wants the fans to love him again. Cruel, crazy. Like, I can't wrap my head around. Something comes out every week about West doing shady. Like, this man was never a good person to begin with, and I'm seeing every interview of like Jesse and KJ just be like, there's things that have come out about Wes that are surprising to them. They didn't know this was him at all. But this is exactly who he is and who he's always been. And we're just watching it come out. And it's insane. I don't know if West has a future on Bravo. I don't think they're just going to throw him away necessarily. But I think he's going to be on Traders, the next season of the Celebrity Traders. Mark my words, he is. I really think he will be, which is crazy. Which is crazy. I don't think right now he deserves a chance to win back the public. I think in the future for sure he should get that opportunity to. I think it's too quick now. I think every week something is coming out. Next week is the season finale, and then it's the reunion. And I won't be surprised when Monday hits that we're about to get some more crap that West has done behind the scenes that nobody knew about. It's something every weekend, and I just can't get behind it. I think it's been confirmed that Sierra is going to do come back to Summer House next season. I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know what that entails for the show, but I will be watching and we'll be reporting on it. Guys, I think that's it. I think that's the episode. Thank you guys for watching. Take risks, meet new people, go out and meet those new people, build new friendships, build the friendships you already have. grow as a person. I love you guys, and I've missed y'all, and I'm so happy to be back and talking to y'all, yappers. It's been a blast. So I hope y'all have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.